Yes. Good morning, good day. I'm playing around with going live at 8 a.m. and using 30 minutes to see what gets created. There's a handful of things. My brain desires to say, okay, you're gonna do this for 100 days. If you would see in my group or in this group, I've swung on a miss on the 100 days a couple times, and I have some thoughts around why that's okay. And I'm going to simply state I desire 100 days. Thanks here. And know there's a lot of variables to make that real. I also know I don't know if that actually works or fits in my world. So I'm going to simply give it a try. I'm seeing what shows up. I'm going to have a group message that we've been going live on Mondays. Send this message real fast. We've been going live on Mondays for Magic Mondays, and I got distracted by another comment a second. Focus, presence here now. Got it. Thanks. Smiling out. We lost power, and I have a lot going on my desktop. So maybe that's what I'll do right now. A mantra I say, so I'm a grounded, powerful co-creator. I own my desires and manifest my dreams. So my desires I'm going to own is to go live for 100 days. I'm actually going to write this down. So I have a little log. We're going to go real life, full life, 8 a.m. live. So that's where we're starting. I'm going to start there. So I believe you guys are going to watch me deconstruct how I function here. So we'll put this into something. So first off, I own my desires. What I mean by that is simply, and really the statement I say before that is I'm a grounded and powerful co-creator. And what I see from that is ownership and capability. Like, no one's coming to save me. I don't know if y'all have been in my world. It's been really traumatic. No one's come to save me. And I have real desires, and I continue to flounder. The picture I have is, I don't know if it's like a riptide or a whirlpool. It's just like, I try to go out and I get sucked right back in, and this trauma loop that I'm in with what I've been through. If you don't know what I've been through, my story is now live on YouTube. And so I'm going to make a note there because I'm going to post in real life, full life group, which might be some accountability doing this here story. And then I also see pinning it. And so there's a desire that just showed up there. I'm going to say first, my desire is to go live for 100 days. And it lets me see that, like, it's okay if it doesn't work out, because if it doesn't work out, it's better. And so I'm just going to say that would be cool. I still have that desire. It's kind of like a New Year's resolution type thing. It's like, this would be cool. And maybe it's not now. Maybe it's in 5 years, 10 years. Maybe there's someday I go live every day. I'm going to own that desire, and it's okay if it's not now. I desire this group to be restored, this group to be brought back to life, this group to be active. And what I'm really hearing myself say as I say that is people show up where life is. And I really see something I put on my bio is life giver. And I do desire to be a life giver for me, which is a pour out of an empty cup. Right now, and up until now, has been pouring out of an empty cup. And so I desire to pour out of a full cup. I'll state this too, this experience I'm having being unmasked autistic, there's like this, I don't think before I talk. And so I say things, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's actually more true. And this theory of being like more access to my subconscious is my experience. My awareness is outrageous. My ability to perceive and see and be influenced by, and the senses I have. Like, for example, I would before never light a candle, which actually I want a candle right now. I'm just gonna wait. I'd never have a candle. And now like I can light a candle and I can smell it and I can remember it's on and I can hear it even. I know specific ones. There's just like this ability, and even too, there's times where I've cooked and I know exactly when it's done. And so like hyperosensitive, there's a word, I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, I'd love to know. Desire to show up. Y'all, I'm processing some major trauma. Being taken from my house against my will. It does something to you. And then not only once, people call the cops and like threaten to do it a second time. And I want to come back. I want to be back. And like, what makes me so angry is that like, I don't know if y'all have shared, like when I like was going through my separation, I like took a really big step back. And I literally was at VidCon, like at VidCon and like ready to show up. Like I'd been showing up on Instagram consecutively. Oh, there's 3 of you here. Okay. Consecutively, and I was just doing so good. And I'll post my story here in the group so you can see I had a medical procedure done. It caused a reaction that was not helping my case, and I wasn't sleeping, and the wrong people got called. The wrong people got involved. And instead of getting medical care, I was taken into a psych ward I had no clue where I was going. I was technically being taken into an emergency room, and they ran me into a psych ward. So with all implication of that and the drama of that. And I just want to be back here. I want to be done with the trauma hook. I want to be done with this. I want to move forward. And so I desire to show up at 8 a.m. And so my practice for today, what I'm doing and sharing is I'm simply owning my desires. I desire to show up. I desire to go live for 100 days. I desire this group to be active and alive. I desire to go live at 8 a.m. That's 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for those that are here. I think I still see that there's like 3 of you here. I have the Zoom link in the Facebook group, so you click on that if you want to show live. You're welcome to join. I'll probably have a mix of talking and then probably body doubling. And so I'm gonna see what else I desire. I desire my book to be complete. I desire my app to be live. Those things are really, really, really close. Really close. I'm really excited. I will say going live with headphones on and having music playing is helping me so much. Helping so much. What I'm hearing in me is that I'm really overwhelmed to show up here. And then in my methodology, it's like, that's real life. I'm overwhelmed. Whole life is I'm experiencing a flooding of possibilities and directions and possibilities, quite honestly. Like that's my brain generates so much so fast. And so I'm overwhelmed, yes, because of what I create and the directions I can go, and like being at like the precipice at the cusp of like my dreams. It's really overwhelming. It already was overwhelming before, like being here, creating this, having the followers on TikTok, having the group here, like it was overwhelming. I just didn't really think about it. I just showed up and just was like, ignorance is bliss. I just did what made sense. Now with what I've been through and now like believing that I actually like can make a difference, it's so overwhelming. I don't know like where to start, where to begin. Like I just go in all of these directions. And so for me, as something I've always said, and something I always say, and actually a master class I want to create. I technically have done it once and I want to recreate it, was show up on social. And I desire to show up. And so that's what I want to do today, is really take whatever we need to take. I'll say like take two, except I think I've done like I don't know how many lives I've done here. I also see a vision too of being able to go live at 8 a.m. and other people can hop on whenever it works for them. So really what I see is I desire to create an intention here. And what I hear in that is like body doubling traction. Or movement actually is the better movement. That's what I've really deconstructed so much of things down to, is movement. Not working out, I want to move. I actually even move this to it's an app I desire. I'm gonna declare it. I desire movement app. Oh, you know what's wild is I could technically create that as the app I want to create. Okay, so one of the movements though is going to the bathroom. It's really important. As my nutritional background and like what I desire to do is bring in nutrition to this. Like, it's so important. It's proof of your parasympathetic. It's proof of your body. It's a vital body sign. And so we'll see how it works out. And with what I went through and the traumatizing experience I went through, I got to poop in my psych ward box because they wouldn't let me go out to the bathroom. So I get a little feisty about my experience because I was treated like an animal, and the trauma after your rights are taken away, your sovereignty is taken away, to come back and not be feeling like an animal is really hard. So I get hooked on my trauma a lot. I don't necessarily feel seen or heard. So I still feel fighting for to be seen and heard. Having my story recorded on YouTube is helping. So I'll keep just coming back to that. getting me out of the hook. Go back to my story. I do want to say that here. I desire to capture, I want to call them real life, whole life stories. And why I say that is I desire to capture real stories. And I also desire to display the resilience, the power, the unending resolve that is the neurodivergent human. Like, we rock the deep end. Like, put us into an emergency situation and we're so good. This is this like day-to-day function that just is impossible. And I desire to capture real stories of neurodivergent humans to make this thing real. And I desire to highlight the brilliance, quite honestly. And what I would say on my website, I'm navigating the space between Hot Mess Express and Brilliant Badass. I feel like I would change my Hot Mess Express to being just what I'm projected on. Like what I'm present to is just like I'm navigating the space between like psychosis and brilliance. Because going against the grain, going against the way we've created our world, you literally are projected on as crazy. And I'm happy to be crazy if it makes a difference for the neurodivergent community in space. Because what I'm present to is like, I don't believe y'all think I'm crazy. I think y'all believe I'm brilliant. You all believe I've been traumatized and abused and that the systems and religion don't work. So I believe you all are with me. And y'all are struggling with me. And I'm like, I volunteer as tribute. What do we want to do? What do we want to create? What I've said always with Real Life, Whole Life is this is a stage. It's never been about me. I want to create a space where people can show up and say what's real for them with no expectation. Like I say, I'm a free agent. I don't want to be put into a box. Put me into a box. I don't know how I manifested that. I guess I manifested to show that, like, you can't put me in a box. You can't put me in a box. And I have a tenacity and resolve in fighting me that I took on 3 cops. I think they're security guards. I'm like the nicest human you'll ever meet. And that's how extreme it is for me. You can't put me in a box. I will fight to my death. So I'm really fucking proud of myself. I've also been coached to stop cussing, so working on that. I'm really so freaking proud of myself. So that's what I want to do, is highlight stories of people surviving. And something I've seen now with what I've gone through is the way to like encourage people. It's just like, you're so fucking strong. I know people don't like me to cuss. I get it. Like, you don't know what it's like to be down here. You don't know what it's like to struggle. You don't know what it's like. When someone's cussing, you have no clue what it's like. And they don't know how else to be heard. What I'm present to is like, I wouldn't cuss if I felt like I was heard, I'm not. So I just do it. And I never cussed before. This is new to me. It's just so, there's so much inside of me. So I'm enjoying this coffee time, my tea time. I've had a major financial impact of the coffee I do like. The coffee I can drink is expensive because I can't drink traditional coffee. So this is a tea. So I enjoy this. I enjoy hanging out for 30 minutes, saying what's real for me. And I desire to capture neurodivergent stories. I really truly do have this expression of feeling and believing and experiencing myself as autistic. I do still have experiences where I can go into feeling like I have ADHD. I just know when I used to have ADHD, like I would think about taking medication and I could see like that would help me. In this autistic expression, uh, for me, uh, I am in a more overwhelmed sense, like everything's a lot more overwhelming. And so I am afraid of taking medication to be, because it tends to amplify me. And so I'm already really overwhelmed by everything. And so I don't want to be more amplified. So that's where I'm like navigating what to do medication wise. And I know the medication I took when I was in there sedated me to a way where I like lost me. And I didn't like that. And I didn't want to take medication, and they told me I had to in order to get out, and I did, and I hated it. So as I just saw this morning of raw dog in life today. I'm really present to like, I just want to have fun, and I don't know how to do that yet. Okay, I feel complete, say 30. See what other desires I desire. I desire that at 8 a.m. at Pacific Standard Time. And so we're going to start there. That's my number one start. I desire to go live at 8 a.m. I did that today. Check. I'm really proud of myself. And then I'm going to put a little star next to I desire to go live for 100 days. So that's a dream, desire, aspiration, and it's okay if I don't. There's a, that's another one. I desire to capture my methodology. I did create it as 3 days to understanding your ADHD brain, and it's on YouTube for a handful of people who watched it. So I want to recreate that. And see, that's like my real life, whole life methodology to be able to capture that. And help like really have that as like one of my first things here. I also desire I gave a presentation to the community. I have to be with this. So I was present too of going live and crying is like, she's unstable. And like, I'm trying to find a way. I believe I need to research. I gotta put this down. I desire to have my mental health assessed. No one believes that I'm well, and so I cry and I'm emotional, and everyone thinks I'm unstable. I'm just like, I have real freaking human emotions out loud. I'm not unstable. If anything, it shows my freaking stability. All that to say, I lost my train of thought. I do that sometimes. Abandoned ship. I gave a presentation in there. That's what it was. And there's this concept of like afraid of public speaking and going live and talking. Like, I'm so afraid to show up here and talk. So afraid. You can go back and see his different content and everything. And when I was in there, I was so proud of like what I knew. And I was so proud. And I gave a presentation and everyone clapped for me. I'm just present to like, I want to talk to people who will listen. I don't want to be on a stage and speak to 100,000 people. And I want to talk to my friends. I want to do this together. I don't want to be put on a stage. As my December calendar says, as I just looked over, we're all in this together. That's one reason I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be known. I don't want to get elevated. I don't want to be idolized. I don't want to be created into something that puts me as an other. Like I naturally sabotage myself so I can stay in this space because I don't want to be elevated. I'm not anything special. Like, yes, I believe I'm very special and very all these things. I'm just like, and yes, I've been afforded massive privileges. Like, I will acknowledge I've been afforded massive, massive, massive privileges that have given me opportunities to be equipped to do this today. Like, I'm so fucking privileged. And what I've discovered is this ability to like see and deconstruct the human and see that like there's ways out and there's ways to shift and there's ways to grow and there's ways to change. It takes time. Our nervous system isn't fast. And the ability to move through trauma is so real. And just seeing progress and feedback. And so I do believe that's part of my Real Life Full Life methodology, is teaching people how to see that. So I'm gonna do that. Also desire to put my little, I don't know if this was distracting. This is my light. I just made my desk here. Thanks, cuddling. This is his dog bed. It is, I got it for 20 bucks. It has a big hole in the middle, but it's dog bed. He's happy. I have a roommate starting next week who works nights, so we'll see how that shows up in my morning time here. I'm seeing I might look at getting a microphone so I don't have to talk so loud, be more confident about speaking. I have Gia Goodrich coming to my house this week to work on creating a program that I can use and leverage her brilliance. And almost says I'm really proud of going live. So I'm going to keep being here working, so I feel complete. I'm going to have headphones on. I'm probably going to make noise, or not noise. Maybe, actually. I'll probably mute myself, so that's good. See, this is the subconscious thing where I say things, and then I'm like, what? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that. Like, it's just like Freudian slips, but like trusting them and trusting them. So I put my desire list. I'm going to keep this as a thing. So I'm going to come back to it. So I see that as a as an action to do, like a I'm getting like, copy me in your own ways, and really see this as part of the Real Life Full Life methodology. So feel free to copy me. The Real Life Full Life methodology also is do what works for you. So don't copy me if it doesn't work. So I gotta figure out how to do that. And then I've got my living log going. And I created this last night just to capture it, so it could be, it's this, I'm free to be me, and I leave myself in. And so these areas I want to leave myself in, because I am free to be me, wild and free. Like I'm free to be that, and I desire these things too. So I got that. And yeah, we're gonna keep trucking. And I'm gonna do work for 30 minutes, so or whatever time works out, and probably till 9. Oh, clean my desk, clean my desktop. That's what it is. So this, I wanted to create a list of reset adventures. Is that a stretch? Reset adventures. We'll see. If you all want to create what that is anymore, it's reset desktop. What's hard for me too is like I have this computer, 2 laptops, 2 iPads, 3 phones. A lot. So we got reset desktop, one of them being iMac. So we're gonna start there. And I'll probably formulate how I do that. Part of me wants to share my screen. I just also I'm gonna go to YouTube. And so, or I'll probably share this on YouTube. So I want to just not at the same time. So we're gonna mute. I'm gonna do the work. And I feel like I need a hold slide. I'm gonna do that now. So when people hop in or see this on YouTube, I feel like you can see it. It's just also like, I don't want you to look at me so much. So I'm gonna create that right now. And you guys can join, adjust, keep watching, do whatever you want. I don't care. You're free human. Be free. Don't want to watch me do this. You can watch me create this. And see all my tabs. I just created a random template. I don't know if I like this. We'll just see. I think I'm gonna be Jenna Stagner on Real Life Whole Life, and then I have like I am Jenna Michelle on my other stuff. We'll see. It's like how I can like keep my 2 worlds apart, because what happened to me is so traumatic. I don't like these looks here. This might be the Real Life Whole Life methodology presentation too. I really like this. I like it. Oh, I desire my website to be complete. Ooh, are you guys building this with me? Are you building my business with me? That'd be cool. Do we want that there? What do you want to say? So does this feel centered? Doesn't feel centered to me, but we want a logo here. Also, I've got 2 logos. Would love your guys' opinion. So I got this, but like I created this. Ooh, I just realized I have people's faces in here. I need to delete those. Oh, that's not what I want. I got this one. I got this one. So the colors are part of the methodology and what I want to teach everyone how to leverage, because it's how I created my life. It's how my life works, is this. And I'll talk about it for forever. And the first 3 steps is this red, orange, yellow. I like it. It's too loud. I actually like it, the other one more. Okay, it's not that I don't like it. Not that I like it. It works. We're gonna play around with it. The thing is, if I do it and then I just like, I don't like it, I'll just get rid of it. And then I did like that still too. Okay, fine. I'm not like in love with it. I'm not proud of it. I'm trying to do that. I don't really have a website yet, so the worst. I move this out of center and now I like it back. I get these weird body shakes with what I've been through. There's science behind them. I just know that it's the whole thing. Essentially about my body felt complete. So I really like this presentation. Okay, this is gonna be my new thing. See, you like that? Just like that. Okay, we'll work on this another day. We'll play around with it. All I know is I want this on all of them. Sweet, well, that's cool. Like that. Okay, I need to delete out people's faces. And I'm gonna keep working. Resetting my computer. Oh, I did this here. We wanted to share screen. That's what it was. We did that for a whole reason. Downloads. Need to be not PDF. Also too, I'll show you guys this too. So what I want to also do is then I can do this at the same time, which is actually no, I want to go resize. I want Instagram post. And then I have this as an Instagram post or I could put in the Facebook group as a thing when I want people to body double with me. I'm so excited to teach those colors. Okay, I'm getting really excited. These colors, because what I see too is a stage where it's like, what stage are you in? I see there's going to be a stage where people are in this red, orange, yellow bucket, and then there's the green is like both sides. So there's this side, this is a thing, this is a thing, and then when you're able to bring them all together, you kind of live from this green space, which is actually my color of the year and my word of the year, which actually my word of the year was life. I'm not. I think it's actually going to be trust, except I have color of the year, so that's another thing. That looks weird. I don't know what we're pointing at. What are we pointing at? Do you know? Oh, I guess it could be it could be a time. We were gonna do something else, and this is what we're creating now. I also really love this image. We're just gonna put this in here for later because I really like that company. Okay. We need more pages. Carousel, that's the word. We'll figure it out later. Either way, we've got that for that. And we got that. And we downloaded it. Did we download it? Yeah. Okay, stop share. And now we want to go share screen. There. Now you can body double with me. And so now if someone shows up and is like, what's happening? Now you know what's happening. I don't know what it looks like. What does it look like on Facebook? So many. 9 of you joined this morning. That's what it looks like. It's gonna be kickback. Okay, so I was just working through all my tabs. So many tabs. I should really stop, stare. We'll just share the whole thing. But y'all know what I'm working on. We got all these tabs, which definitely check that out. This is what I want to share. This is in my memories today, and it has me really, really emotional. Because when I was having the experience I was having where I wasn't experiencing ADHD, I created this 2 years ago. And this is a vision board I created. I had it for 2 years. And I have this theory that I'm going on with right now too, of 2 years, because it's weird. I'm gonna just say it, I don't care. Mars takes 2 years to go around the sun. It's like has some things like Earth, and we go around the sun one time. And so it's this concept of going around the sun twice and how that creates a degree of results. So compared to having a vision for 1 year, having a vision for 2 years is what makes sense in my world. And for me, I see the pressure of 1 year is way too hard for me. I need more time. And so I created this vision board 2 years ago, and where I'm at now and what happened when I was at my experience was all this was real. Where like it was a vision board of like good ideas and nice thoughts. I literally have like that picture of the van in the middle. I have a photo almost exactly like that. And I'm not one to like, I'm not into like manifestation and that kind of stuff. Like this was just things I wanted to experience and feel. Water and working out, not a thing. I was drinking water for the first time. Like I feel like for me, I literally like blew my mind. Like is what it shows up for me, because it was just like it was so overwhelming for how good I felt. And I was like doing yoga and breath work and like taking care of myself in a way I never had before. And so I see here like what grows in space. Like it was a font that I found. And so just what got created of that, like what got created, everything is connected. And this is what I see, right? We need you here. Now that's real for me. Before it was just some cute idea. My stomach is very happy right now. With what I've been through too, my nervous system is really loud. And this is simply your parasympathetic system. And so like I can hear when I'm in my rest or digest state. It's really happy. Okay, I think that's all. I'll be complete. And I want to create a vision board. So who wants to create a vision board with me? I'm going to create that event. Um, yeah, I'm going to keep going live. And you guys are going to get to watch me create this next stage and next level. And you guys are going to get to see my vision board. We can create this together. Because that's what I want. I don't want this to be about me. So I created the Jenna Michelle Show. I have that about me. Real life, whole life. It's about us. What do we want to create? What works? I don't know. I know it works for me. What works for us? We get to say that. We get to show up and see. I don't know what works. All I know is the world we've got doesn't work for us. I know that. Like I say, I want to create an empire. of things that work. Simple, easy, and fun. Because our world doesn't work. And we're the byproduct of that. We are the canary in the coal mine, so to speak. For me, the system I've created through the colors of the rainbow and the energetic pattern and frequency of color has made a big difference for me. And color theory is a whole thing. I believe our whole world is literally predicated on it. You look at our capitalistic society, the number and money and everything that's spent on branding is outrageous. And so I believe I've tapped into discovering that. And I believe it can be leveraged to create a world that works. Because I want to say we're very simple humans, if not dumb. As I like to say for my people in my community and those that I connect with, I don't know if you're on YouTube or here, be the lowest common denominator. Because I don't want to be smart. I want to be brilliant. And there's a world that I get trapped in when I'm trying to be smart, trying to get the right answer, trying to study, trying to fall in line, because smart, I believe, is a relative term based on the current context. I want to be brilliant. I want to be out of the box. I want to create a world that works for everyone. So I believe the day that the world works for the neurodivergent brain, it works for everyone. Because it doesn't work for the neurotypical brain either. They're just willing to die on the hill that doesn't work. So I'm going to keep being me. And be really fucking proud of the work I've done. And that I am unstoppable. And the very things that felt impossible are so real for me. And I'm really excited for what's next. So here's to new vision boards. And so I'll work on formulating that.